Namaste students, I am Javin Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapith, Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic allostatic enzymes, allostatic inhibition. So first we discuss about the allostatic enzymes. Before studying about allostatic inhibition, we are going to discuss about the allostatic enzyme. What are the allostatic enzymes? Allostatic enzymes are those having other steps or conformation induced by the binding of the modulators. These enzymes have two receptor sites. So these are the enzymes which have different other steps. Suppose that it is a shape of this enzyme, and this allostatic enzymes will have different shape other than its original shape. And these enzymes have two receptor sites. They have two receptor sites. This and one side fits the substrate like other enzymes, and other side fits an inhibitor or activator module. So in the first side, there is always a single side for the substrate, but in the allostatic enzyme there are two sides. One side is for the substrate binding, and the another side is for the inhibitor or activator module. Okay, so this is the site where a inhibitor is bound, and it is a site where a substrate is bound. So there are inhibitors are bound in the allostatic enzymes, and allostatic enzymes are very important in the feedback regulation. So this is the active site of enzyme. This is the enzyme, and it is a allostatic site. It is a active site where substrate will bind, and it is a site where allostatic enzyme will bind. Okay. So this is the allostatic inhibitor. It will bind to the allostatic site. Okay. It will bind to the site and will inhibit the production of any product. This is known as the allostatic inhibition. Similarly, if it is a site, it is enzyme, and when a distorted active site will bind, it will lead to the activation of the reaction. It is a activator. Okay, it is a allostatic activator. When it will bind and a substrate will bind to it, then the enzyme will activate it. Enzyme substrate complex will form, and enzyme will be activated, and the product will be formed. So it is a allostatic inhibition and allostatic activation, and all the functions, all the two functions, inhibition and activation, is conducted by allostatic enzymes because it has two sides. It has two sides. One side is for substrate and one side is for any inhibitor or activator. So both work are conducted in the allostatic enzymes. So in multi-enzyme system, the regulatory enzyme is inhibited by the product of the pathway, and when the regulatory enzyme reaction is showed, all the subsequent enzyme operated reduced rate. The rate of production of the pathway end product is thereby brought into a balance with the cell's need. This type of regulation is called feedback inhibition. This is the end product. When it will bind to the enzyme, okay, and this is the initial substrate, they will there is an intermediate, they will form, they will bind, then another enzyme will come, and there is another intermediate, another enzyme will come here, and it will form an end product. Okay, so this reaction is conducted in three enzymes, and this enzyme, this end product, can also bind to the first enzyme for the production of more end products. Allostatic inhibition. Now come to the topic. What is the allostatic inhibition? Allostatic inhibition is a class of enzyme inhibition in which an allostatic inhibitor inhibits enzyme activating by binding to the allostatic site of the enzyme. What is the allosteric site? Allosteric site is found in, in the enzyme other than the substrate binding. So these enzymes have two sites, not the single site. These enzymes have two sites for the binding. Example. What are the examples? The bacterial enzyme system that catalyze the conversion of L-threonine into the L isoleucine. So it is an example in which bacterial enzyme system that catalyze the conversion of L-threonine into L-isoleucine. In this system, the first enzyme, threonine deaminase, inhibited by isoleucine. And then isoleucine is quite specific as an inhibitor. Isoleucine bind not to the active site but to another specific site on the enzyme molecule, the regulatory site, that is allosteric site. This binding is non-covalent and thus readily reversible. Thus, threonine dehydratase activity responds rapidly and reversibly to fluctuations in the conversion of isoleucine in the cell. So this is the diagram of the reaction. Regulatory enzymes for which substrate and modulators are identical are called homotropic. So if someone asks that what is the homotropic, so homotropic are the regulatory enzyme for which substrate and modulator are identical. What are the modulator? Modulator are some mediator which conduct the production of product from enzyme substrate complex, and when the modulator is a molecule other than the substrate is called the heterotropic. So if a modulator is similar to substrate, then it is called homotropic, but if a modulator is other than a substrate, it is called heterotropic. The properties of allosteric enzymes are significantly different from those simple non-regulatory enzymes. Some of the differences are very structural. It means that they may vary in their structure. In addition to the active catalytic side, allosteric enzymes generally have one or more regulatory or allosteric site for binding the modulator. Just as an enzyme active site is specific for its substrate, the allosteric site is also specific for its modulator. And modulator is used for the activation, and inhibitor is used for the inhibition. Enzyme is with several modulators generally have different specific binding sites for each. In homotropic enzyme, the active site is regularly site that are same. Allosteric enzymes are also larger and complex than simple enzymes. So they are larger because they have two sides. So naturally they are larger because they have two sides, one for the substrate and one for the modulator or an inhibitor, activator or a inhibitor. Most of them have two or more polypeptide chains, and aspartate transcarbonylase has 12 polypeptide chains organized into catalytic and regulatory subunit. The example of these catalysts is ATCase, which is also a allosteric enzyme. So our lecture is over here. In the upcoming lecture, we will discuss some more topics. Thank you very much.